So this is a... Mierda.
How can anyone say these kinds of things to children?
I get it. I shouldn't listen to rumors.
Salida. Kilómetros. Venga, dame.
Candace, we're here! Has everyone arrived?
Everyone is already waiting inside.
Well, what are we waiting for? Let's join them!
Please, wait a moment. Before attending the meeting, I hope you can promise me one thing.
What do you need?
Promise me that you won't commit to anything too reckless.
What do you think?
Okay.
Oh.
Everyone's here so early! But
We already discussed things a bit.
Hey, where have you been? I've missed.
Are you ready? Very well.
are you sure this is gonna work?
I gotta admit, it's bold. Color me.
The point of discussion is to arrive at a solution. Let's cut the small
You're making pie.
You're finally done.
I have some other stuff to take care of. Catch you all. Come on, don't give me that face. I know what you're going to say.
That's what I wanted to hear. Well, traveler, Paimon, judging from your expressions, the meeting must have been quite productive.
You can tell?
I'm not that good at scheming or strategy, but I can sense people's emotions. And based on your reaction, things must have gone quite well.
Paimon's a little worried.
To be honest, I feel the same. But you're already some of the most capable.
Candace gave us a compliment.
Your deeds speak for themselves.
Candace, we stayed behind to tell you that, although you won't be.
I'm very glad to hear that. I've said the same thing to everyone here today as I said to you when you arrived. Only when you're safe can the plan be successful. So please, you're welcome. And thank you for taking my advice. Good luck. With everything.
Sounds good.
Okay.
I'll hit them!
Have you finished saying your goodbyes?
Yeah! Also, Candace told everyone to be.
Yes, she did. But I think my point also bears. Our plan is not child's play. We won't be able. I hope this is clear to you.
Huh? Shouldn't you be saying something more?
Didn't we already do that during the meeting?
You can never have enough words of encouragement.
In that case, Candace can cuddle you to your heart's content while I continue to remind you we all have our jobs to do after all. It's like how some people can be put in charge of logistics while others will fight on the front line.
Speaking of the front lines,
Of course. Compared to the mercenaries, But the advantage of not being a mercenary is that I get to stay in a safer place and offer. Just think about that mercenary who lost his mind.
well, being a scholar is also a high-risk occupation, and you are a scholar.
I'm not like the rest of them. Even among members of the same species.
This guy. Paimon still remembers when those.
All intellectuals are lunatics in the eyes. Do you remember the record we saw in the King Deshret ruins? It mentioned forbidden knowledge. You have a good memory. Forbidden knowledge has the power to drive people insane, but this fact has never been shared with the public. I think those mad scholars and mercenaries we encounter, but the academia has always held a different view. They've always believed that symptoms of madness are a side of. Come to think of it, perhaps the academia has also never understood the true nature of forbidden knowledge. The Withering, Elazar, and the Sandstorms. Don't you think what is happening right now across Sumeru is rather similar to the forbidden
But Paimon thought that Irminsul's disease is what caused the At least, that's what Tainar... Wait a second.
Ah, you've connected the dots. The cause of Irminsul's illness...
But if that's the case, what should we do?
Wait. Why do you think Lesser Lord Kusanali would have a solution to this situation?
You mean, it's related to the scene you saw when you passed out in the Avidia forest?
In that case, it's imperative that we rescue Lesser Lord Kus... To make sure we're still on track, I would like to check on the state of...
Where are we going?
To an Eremite base. They're here.
Huh? What are they doing here?
I gave them some technical work to do.
Ah, it's the scribe. And is that the traveler I see?
How's the work going?
Ah, yes! We have fixed the devices according to your instructions. One of them is already ready for use, while the others are...
Aren't those devices for can knowledge extraction? What are...
Look here.
Huh? More can knowledge?
What's that look on your face? Are you...
Paimon's a little scared, but very...
That's Anyway, we're not going to use this. As I mentioned during the meeting, this knowledge capsule contains a decree I drew up in the past. The Traveler. I want you to record something into this capsule. Do you believe we can save Lesser Lord Kusanali? Good. Conviction is the Now, please get ready.
You want us to record our conviction?
Yes,
Paimon is...
I understand. But trust me, Paimon, this is something we have to do. Because, to achieve this impossible task, it sounds like you'll need to fool your...
Paimon can see the point you're trying to make.
Imagine this. We have orchestrated our plan and successfully rescued Lesser Lord Kusanali. Everything went without a hitch, and everyone recognizes Now, open your eyes. Here.
What's this?
Read it out loud. It's done.
Is your head okay? Does anything hurt?
It's just a recording. There should be no negative effect.
But what was the point of doing this?
And that's perfectly fine. In any case, these capsules aren't meant to be used by you.
Huh? What do you mean?
Have you forgotten? Our plan needs to account for those who have long relied on the... You may find it hard to believe, but for those people, Imagine if you've been using a device like the Akasha since the day you were born. After all that time, what do you think?
A fool?
A slave to orders. And that's why rules are so important. In addition, those who understand the rules can delineate boundaries and identify gray areas.
But why would you...
You could say that those kinds of ambiguous zones can be very... interesting.
Things you're interested in are really out there.
Anyway, that's enough chit-chat. I'm going to take those two to work on some small projects. You can head to Caravan Reebok.
Small projects?
We're going to tinker with the Akasha terminal and make a few...
I thought we agreed on a plan. How can you go back on your word?
The plan is too radical and carries a high risk for casualties.
But it's still the best plan we have. As a former Matra, you have a...
I did. And that's how I saw the danger behind these so-called advantages.
Huh? Why are you guys arguing?
My friend, you're just in time. Why don't you help...
We agreed to work out a plan at the meeting. As mercenaries, you're familiar with the local environment, so you'll take care of this. Had I known all Hatham would give you those kinds of suggestions...
Look, you already know that we're all on the same side.
Mercenaries place a lot of importance on their bonds of friendship, but also will not hesitate to make...
Seems you really do understand the way...
Traveler, Paimon. This is all. Rahman's plan is to have me work with the Caravan Reebok guards, in my capacity as a Matra. We will arrest the mercenaries and escort them into Sumeru City.
Wait, how can we work?
We can't get through that wall easily, remember? Caravan Rebot would never let so many unregistered members of the Eremite. My plan will clear us of any possible suspicion, and also let it...
That also sounds like something all...
Doesn't Al-Haytham know how dangerous this place...
Of course he does. He told me. There is no... He also said that with the help of Sino and the Traveler, our chant... I never blindly trust anyone, and I've always had a good eye for people. I think he made a number of valid points. It's my...
If I make the arrests alone, I can control myself and prevent you from getting hurt. But I can't. To make the whole thing more convincing, you'll need to resist to some degree. I'm okay with the deaths of enemies. But now that we're allies...
I can't believe a Matra would actually care about us. I've lived a hard life, and I can say that...
I've always treated my allies with honesty and respect.
Now you're making this hard for me.
Hey, is there something we can do to help? We can help fight some of the mercenaries, which should reduce the number of times you'll have to struggle directly with the guards. That should help at least a little bit.
Sino, on behalf of my people, I thank you for your kindness. But this is a mission we cannot turn our backs on. We have no fear of casualties, because we crave the spoils of victory.
Well, now that you've put it but remember, you need to follow the plan and not do anything reckless. Since you and I both recognize the significance of this operation, there should be no more animosity between the
Okay, you have a deal.
The guards should be stationed in the courtyard nearby. You can find them there.
Take on a commission from Sumeru City, because things are
Guards!
General Mahamatra! To what do we owe the honor?
Keep your voice down. This is a secret operation. I'm going to arrest a large criminal gang near this location. According to the Academia's Guide and Regulations on Secret...
Ah, of course, of course. Mahamatra Sino's order is the But who exactly are you planning to arrest, and how many people are you expecting? Depending on the scale of this operation...
They're a squad of Eremites whose number is comparable to Ain el Akhmar in Port Ormos. They're involved...
As many as Ain al Akhmar? This should definitely be classified as a...
Then I suggest that you report this to your superiors as soon as possible. And treat it as a top priority.
Got it. Please wait a moment. I'll contact them immediately.
Because this is work. Because I trust you.
Paimon can't believe you're still in the mood to chat. Aren't you even a little worried? What if these guards already know? Even if that guard doesn't know, their superiors might...
We discussed this, remember?
The Caravan Rebot operation is of great importance. But don't worry, the guards there shouldn't know that.
How can you be so sure?
First,
The other Matras still don't know why Sino has left, which proves that the Academia has been covering up the matter.
Second, this is a crucial moment for the Academia's God creation plan. If something, no matter how you look at it, they don't seem interested in sharing.
A reasonable inference.
Which brings us to our next issue. I'm sure some of you have been wondering if the prediction function of the
Akasha is still in operation, so I must actually. Considering the power of the...
I've given that a lot of thought. For now, if you remember, when you first came to Aru Village, all your actions and routes were predicted by the Akasha. It even gave that information to those who kidnapped the... But things like that never happened again after...
That's true. But why?
Look at it from a different angle. Why do you think the Akasha...
Because my personal data has been entered into the Akasha.
That's true, but the key to this question is, haven't you ever thought about it? Just
because the Akasha controls the entire...
The Academia firmly believes that all human actions can be
By sorting and analyzing entered data, the Akasha can derive behavioral logic and predict the... However, at the risk of sounding like an advocate for fallacies, can everyone truly... Emotions are part of our behavioral logic. But can you guarantee that every experience of the same joy or pain... Sino, in the past, you've always worked alone. In the absence of another person who could decisive and principled, you were used to solving problems alone. That's why the Akasha could figure you out. But now, you've joined a team. And our thoughts and logic have intermingled and weaved themselves together to become a complicated, chaotic mess. The Akasha lacks data on these interactions, and it's impossible for it to predict your actions in the future based on your decisions in the... So, in my opinion...
Makes sense to me. I agree. The Akasha is not alive.
I guess there are things that even the Akasha cannot calculate. And people will not be forever trapped by the past.
I'm so glad that this is settled.
Next time, pay attention
Will do.
Just remember to stay vigilant.
Footsteps!
General Mahamatra, we were not expecting your presence here. I'm the security officer of the Great Red Sand District.
This is my assistant, the Traveler. She will...
Beep! Construct! Beep!
What a great honor to meet you. Your golden hair is as bright as the sun. And,
Have you made a decision regarding the matter I mentioned to your...
It seems to be a dire situation, so of course you will have our full cooperation. To be perfectly honest,
There's no need for flattery.
Yes, sir.
Take your most elite platoon and follow me to the eastern side of the district.
Understood.
Map.
Hurry, bring the map!
In 2 days, we will engage Rahman's Eremites and capture all of them. Any questions about the time or
None at all, sir.
Good. See you then.
Yes, sir.
Maybe hanging around the General Mahamatra isn't so bad after all. Everyone's so respectful towards us.
This is all due to the absolute authority of the Academia. Get ready.
Espera usted. A ver. Mañana. Pasado mañana. Por si que levanta mañana. Y buenas tardes. Y buenas noches.
A blade is like a tea leaf.
It's time for the operation! Let's go meet Sino!
Can appreciate its true qualities.
Wait a moment.
Oh, it's you.
You're my assistant, remember? Being my assistant, you must stay with me.
It's General Mahamatra and his assistants.
We meet again.
You're here.
It's to show how important we think the operation is. Since this is a big case for the academia, we are
I'm glad to hear your sense of resolve. Remember, they are our only leads for the case.
Understood.
Everyone! The Eremites are approaching from the west!
Make preparations and be ready for combat. Halt!
Oh? What a warm welcome. What do you want? Judging from those shiny weapons in your hands...
Rahman, the Academia has caught wind of your smuggling and illicit sales.
Who are you supposed to be? A Matra from the Academia?
I'm not here to talk.
Oh. Nobody's given me this much time of day since I became... Brothers! For that slight, let's wash our blade...
Whirling snow! Everyone hold hands!
Take flight!
Whirling snow! Let's dance!
Get with me! Take flight! My apologies!
Hey!
Our bond is strong!
Yeah.
I'll protect us.
Whirling snow! Take flight!
It's over.
¿Qué tal tú?
Ah!
We have subdued them. The operation is now over. All Eremite mercenaries and related personnel in the area.
Ah! You pitiful Dendro Archon dogs! You...
I'm afraid you'll regret it.
King Deshret will curse you and...
Silence!
Oh!
Restrain them and take them back to Caravan Rebot. Count their numbers and send them to the
Yes, sir!
Mahamatra Sino. I will now take my leave. If you need further assistance, please come to...
Understood. You are dismissed.
There they go.
Let's talk elsewhere.
This part of the plan went really well.
Yes. Things went
That's fantastic! And that punch you gave Raman there?
Once we're done here, I'll return to Caravan Rebot and oversee the group's transport.
Yeah, you're the reason why
It's not the time to celebrate yet. Go join up with her. She will need you to introduce...
Speaking of which, is it really okay for us not to share the full plan with Tainari? What if...
I have a very close relationship with Tainari. Given how well we know each other, if we need help, Tainari is the best. Get ready for the next phase of the plan. Don't...
It's about time. Didn't you say our part of the plan is the most important of all? And here you come, roll. In the time it took you to get here, I already did 5 laps around the place.
Sorry. We didn't mean...
I just wanted to fix your attitude and rub it in a little. After all, you took your sweet time getting here, and we've got important stuff to take care of. I just like seeing that serious look on your... All joking aside, I'm glad you're here. Let's get moving and take care of this.
But where should we...
Our responsibility is to get a status update on the Fatui Harbinger known as the Doctor. We need to make sure he won't get in our way when we... Dealing with an institution that controls all of Sumeru is already hard enough. If the Doctor were to crash the party, it would be next to impossible for us to achieve.
Yeah, we sure don't want him showing up.
Right? Hearing his name just reminds me of those stuffy old geezers in the academia. I'd rather not have to deal with someone like that. According to the plan, we should first go to Pardis DI and ask for Forest. If all Hatham and Sino's sources are solid, then we can... So, we'll find Tainari and convince him to get us the latest intel on the Doctor. Then, depending on... The sages have placed spies everywhere on the other side of the wall. I'll follow you as... You should be honored.
But Paimon thought mercenaries would do anything.
That's certainly true. But when multiple employers are vying for your services, you should always go with the best offer. Let's see.
How much more do you want?
How much do I want? Hey, how about paying me with a smile? What do you say? I haven't seen you smiling much recently. If you ask me, someone like you must look lovely when they smile. Come on, give me a smile so that I can be less worried. Looking good! I hope this pretty smile... There are many kinds of smiles, but only a truly joyous one can bring blessings to others. Let's go. It's time to pay a visit to...
He's over there! Let's go say hi! Tainari!
Ah, traveler, Paimon.
Hey there.
This is our friend Dia. She's an Aramite mercenary.
A mercenary? You must have some big news for me.
It's something really important. Please help.
All right then. This place is better. We won't be disturbed by any passerby. Okay. What is this important thing you want to ask me? The Doctor...
He's that strange-looking Fatui Harbinger with the mask.
Yes, I know him. Actually, he left Pardis...
He left already?
Yeah. He came looking.
Can I ask what it was about? Sorry to ask you like this after having just met, but for now, all we can share with you is that you're...
Sino, you say? I see. So that's why he hasn't been at the academia. Okay. I'll answer your questions and will assist you any way I...
Sino's name really does work wonders. You're not...
Despite having just met you, I can sense that you're the serious type. Between you don't need to tell me anything you don't want to. The Harbinger you mentioned came to me because he wanted to take the scholar Hypatia...
Hypatia?
And what do you mean by take away? Is he planning to...
Yes. He told me his return to Snezhnaya is imminent. So you mean you're leaving?
Indeed. Otherwise, we could have perhaps talked a little more. I was just about to set out when I remembered something important. To that end, I made a fight. Let me ask, have you been taking care of a
Your sources are accurate. No doubt because you've recruited many informants. But you're right.
Forgive me for asking, but how's the treatment coming along?
Given the way you're asking, I assume you have some...
Since you asked, I'll be frank. I would like to take a
It's incredibly difficult to transfer a patient.
Oh? I can't believe your utter lack of faith in me, to the point of even questioning my
Well, you're the only one who's ever made such a request.
I have my ways of keeping her safe during the journey. In addition, I can also promise that I will personally supervise her treatment and see...
Hypatia was born in Sumeru and remains a scholar of the Academia. Her situation, transporting her to Snezhnaya is risky, and the potential benefits are unknown. As the person, your suggestion is rude and reckless. I'll pass. I don't know much about the doctor, but after talking with him, I realize it's not so much that he's looking down on others, but more that he's I would never refer a patient to someone like him. I prepared myself for a protracted battle of wits, and was really surprised.
I see, I see. Of course, your opinion makes perfect sense. You're still young, but already quite stubborn. I must... Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't just let you off the hook like this. But luckily, there is still some time left for me to take care of everything. It's just as the Academia said. You're a responsible and gifted scholar. And that's also why people like you can never realize that sooner or later, everyone must pay the price for what they've learned.
He asked a question, yet didn't care for my answer. Perhaps I'm nothing but a talking rock. He never came off as malicious, but an utter lack of compassion permeated throughout our conversation.
I can barely believe it myself. But if
I don't think I missed any details. Frankly speaking...
Sorry we can't tell you everything. We appreciate...
It's okay. I have an obligation to do so. To be perfectly honest. Recently, my master wrote several letters to me, asking me to return.
Hasn't he already asked you several times before?
Yes, but there's something off about this most recent batch of letters. My master will occasionally leave a few dots on the back of the letter. One dot means that he wrote the letter on a sunny day, and this has been a habit of his for many years. But I didn't find any...
I get it. Since you are always at Gandharvaville, you would like...
I'd like to ask you to do that for me, if you can keep yourself...
I can do that, but I have a... The Academia has been working on a big project. I'm not quite sure what it is. If the higher-ups really are hiding something, then it will be... If the situation becomes critical, I'll leave the Academia.
All right, we've got a plan. I'll stay at Gandharvaville.
If that scenario comes to pass, you must be extra...
I must say, I didn't expect a...
Being loyal to the Academia doesn't mean blindly doing what... On that note, aren't you also being quite...
The Academia, yes. But my master is a man of integrity. Even when... I suppose he's lucky to have lasted so long.
I see. So you noticed something was up with the...
This may well be how Sino became involved in all of this. Also, if you run into Sino again, please... I think this may be something he needs to hear.
Okay, we'll find a chance to...
Thanks.
Right. Now let's go hunt down this. Oh, by the way, which way did the doctor go when...
That way.
Gotcha. Thanks so much. We'll be on our way. According to Tainari, the doctor is leaving Sumeru soon. I want to check it. He also said that he'll take care of everything before he leaves. Just to be safe, let's chase him and see what we...
But we have no idea where he went!
We'll do it the mercenary way. I'll find leads as we go. All you have... That Harbinger may have tried to cover his trail, but he still left some traces. Or perhaps he never even thought about concealing his whereabouts. Maybe that's just how arrogant he really is. Yep, we're headed in the right direction. The traces are still fresh, but there's no sign of his entourage. Clearly they're in a hurry. It's just as I thought. We can stop here. I think I know where the doctor went. To the south of here is Port Ormos, which seems to be where they're...
Port Ormos? They're going to leave?
That's right. Let's go to the...
Everyone hold hands! My apologies! Sakura swirl! Take flight! I will protect you. I've been waiting for you for 8... Look! Thanks to Dia's tracking skills, seems we found the right...
Shh! Don't draw their attention. The port is crawling with Fatui soldiers.
Let's keep going and see what we can find.
Now this is a proper farewell ceremony for a Snezhnayan Harbinger.
The Lord Harbinger is leaving. I've still only seen him once or twice.
I used to hold a position in our homeland, and back then...
Look! Fatui soldier! Thanks to Dia's tracking skill.
Shh! Don't. The port is.
Let's keep going and...
Now this is a proper farewell ceremony for a Snezhnayan Harbinger.
The Lord Harbinger is leaving. I've still only seen him once or twice.
I used to hold a position in our homeland. Back then, the doctor spoke in a very different way from the way he speaks now. Maybe the way people talk in Sumeru has rubbed off on him? It's always like that when you spend too long away from home. When he gets back to Snezhnaya, perhaps it will also take him some time to get used to the life there again.
Huh? But, sir, that can't be right.
No, I remember it like it was yesterday. Both his expressions and tones are now very different. Also, for some reason, he seems like he's all smiles now.
You must be mistaken. Nobody's supposed to look happy when they're on a business trip.
The doctor is on that boat. So he told the truth after all. He is actually leaving Sumeru. Let's get closer and find a place to hide so we can observe him. This place will do. We can hide here while we keep an eye on the boat.
He saw us.
Huh? Is he waving?
It's time to say goodbye.
Wait, is he the only person on the boat?
You mean...
And where are all the soldiers we saw on the...
They were all here just a few minutes ago.
So this was a trap. Wait, don't...
Luckily, there is still some time left for me to take care of everything before I leave.
Oh no. They might be after Hypatia. Let's get back to Party's DI.
Huh? What do you mean?
I'm afraid that she's seen something that she wasn't supposed to see. If I were the Fatui, I would also try to take her away. And if I couldn't...
Oh no! Are you saying that...
Let's go!
Pardis DI is not a place you Fatui can just show up and do as...
I believe we've already made ourselves quite clear. Our superior gave us permission to search for...
But you've been in Sumeru for some time already. I find it coincidental...
Even the Grand Sage himself may not have the right to question our research. Much less I've done my duty to inform you. Don't make things difficult for...
It would seem that my words have fallen. You can keep trying to deny it, but coming to Pardis DI now...
With all due respect, your baseless speculations will only...
Well, you only have your Harbinger to blame. He knows nothing about keeping... I may be staying at Pardis DI as a scholar, but that doesn't mean I'm no longer... It is still my duty to protect the peace and safety of the scholars who...
Then it seems our conversation has hit an end.
No one will lay a hand on you, Hypatia. Not on my...
Tighnari! Are you alright?
I'm fine.
These Fatui have really crossed the line. Time to teach them a lesson.
Who's resisting? Give us Hypatia!
Keep dreaming.
Yeah, Kainari, beat him up!
Take flight! Yeah!
Stay right
Embrace the ice! My apologies!
You need to hurry up!
Commit to memory!
Take flight!
You need to hurry up! This one's done!
The
doctor's orders are absolute!
Yeah? You've been someone's lapdog for so long that you don't know anything else now!
Leaving so soon! No escape! I know what you need.
Stand with me! Let the show begin.
No escape!
Take flight! Kami-santo! Sumetsu!
I slipped up.
We're not getting anywhere. Traveler, Paimon.
Got it! Hypatia's still here. Well, how is she? Oh, that's good.
So, you think this is over?
What? The Balladeers?
I've missed that look of abject horror. You've given me that look every time we meet.
But, where is he?
I can hear all of your thoughts, you know. Don't you remember? I already saw you the first time you came to Party's DI and made contact with Hypatia. I didn't need to do anything. It is her honor to be able to connect her
Who are you talking to?
I know you must be curious. I might as well tell you that I decided to enter Hypatia's consciousness the moment I sensed your... I wanted to observe you on a fool's errand.
Hey, Traveler!
My deification is nearly complete. All that's left now are just some fine... Do you understand? Even if you manage to rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali, it will be impossible for you to defeat a bona fide god like me. Is it wise to force that childlike god in... Scholars consider the god of wisdom to be the sum total of their faith. But this also shows that humanity's worship of gods is a... Yes. Yeah, I'm in a good mood, which is why I'm talking to you like this. What do you mean? Those words all... But you're wrong. I'm different from all of you. I was born to become a god. My entire life up until this point has just been a meaningless routine. Just think about a sheet of paper. By itself, it holds no meaning. The contents recorded on it, all I had recorded down before, were some painful memories and boring human. Indeed, to me, the sight of you fools in your futile struggles is far more amusing. Tell me, just what has this... I'm connected to your consciousness, so I can hear what you're... This is a good conversation we're having. So here's a word of advice. Let go of your misguided guardian complex. You know nothing about the truth. It'll be for your own good, as well as everyone. Ah, you've seen my affection for her. If you were in my position, she peered into my consciousness and saw my past. Someone like that. All gods need followers. So Hypatia has been chosen. Her appearance heralds my imminent arrival at the throne of divinity, while her worship shall become my glory. You're doubting me again? No matter. Soon... Who wants to hurt my devout follower? The doctor wants to hurt my first follower? How very amusing. Has anyone ever told you that you're not... The doctor has never known his place. Even now, the puny... You're still too naive if you think a few words will be enough to convince me to destroy the doctor. But I'm It is an honor for you to be able to stand here and speak with me. As my listener, you will be rewarded. Both good things and bad things can be called gifts. After all, gods have never needed to be...
Paimon, here's Thunder! That person Paimon couldn't see was the Balladeer? Oh, he sure chatted with you for a while. Where is the storm headed? That means anyone outside is in danger! Let's go! Oh! Have the Fatui retreated? Hey! What happened to you?
He's hurt.
I'm fine.
Don't move. I've seen Eremites get struck by lightning before.
Struck by lightning?
We were fighting, and just as things started looking grim, the weather suddenly became extremely strange. Lightning started attacking everyone, almost as... Luckily, there were only two of us, and both of us were nimble enough to dodge most of the strikes. There were a lot of Fatui, though.
With that, all the Fatui soldiers were forced to retreat. Why are you sorry? It's all right. I'm sure you... My wound aside, you look like you've seen something unpleasant.
Hey, didn't I tell you...
Just in case, let's go to Hypatia's... Thank goodness, she's fine.
Hey, how about
I understand my condition.
Ugh. The more you understand...
I know. They always think they can push through the...
Oh, he sat down.
Let me rest for a bit.
So that's what you were talking to the Balladeer about?
The Academias. God.
That sounds, ambitious. As long as I can enjoy every day with a drink in my hand, tasty food in my stomach, and a good... I must be the least ambitious person who's...
Don't say that. I haven't even...
Don't mention it. Well, if nothing else, all this proves that the doctor really did have some urgent matter to attend. Maybe the Fatui want to cover up some secret of the Balladeer. Is that why they tried to seize Hypatia?
You said the Balladeer claimed that Hypatia has seen.
Have you noticed? The Balladeer is not happy with the doctor's actions. He thinks the doc.
So, if the doctor was to show up again.
Based on what the Traveler has said, I think he would. In other words, we've successfully completed the stage of the.
Yay! That's a big.
I'm.
Thank you for the help, Tainari. Make sure you rest.
Yeah, alright.
Okay, that wraps things up for us here at Parties DI. Let's continue to keep a low profile.
I see everything.
You can just focus on your. My wound is not going to.
A blade embraces its duty, as a jeweler cherishes their gems.
Traveler and Paimon. Are you here for some shopping too?
That's right. Although there were a few hiccups. And so, the theater wants... Do you two want to come? It'll be a really... It's something like a tradition of ours. Whenever we wrap an important rehearsals are exhausting. If you keep your... Mr. Zubair, our manager, always says that but no one remembers that once the
We've been to a lot of festivals during our event. Will your celebration also have a...
Of course. We always do lots of eating, toasting, and gift exchanging.
Ah, so we'll need to bring a present. Hey! Paimon's gonna put you in a box first!
It's fun. You can come, present or not. The gift of you two being there would be the best gift of all. It'll also be a good time to introduce you to the rest of the theater.
Is something...
Yeah, but for now, it's more... I tried to visit her, but I got turned away at the door. All I could do was to leave a letter encouraging her to get some... She'll be better soon. And then we can celebrate together.
It's all thanks to you and Nilu that we managed to save Dunyarzad.
You're way too modest. Just now, I actually felt really self-conscious when Paimon talked about us in the same breath. Compared to you, I really didn't do much at all. Anyway, all that aside...
Paimon thinks it'll be a great time! What do you think, Traveler?
Alright, then let's head to the theater. Wait, I completely forgot about this pile of stuff.
Whoa, did you buy them?
Just one box. The rest were given to me.
That's way too many freebies. Many vendors...
All I know is that whenever I start chatting with people, my hands would get more and more full until I can't hold it. I was planning on making a few trips to bring everything back, but...
So this isn't even all of it?
Are you sure?
Of course! Carrying stuff is a...
I'm so sorry to trouble you. Well, let's hurry up and...
Oh! Well, if it...
Greetings, Mr. Jute. Do you...
Of course I do! I've heard that Zubair Theater is hosting a celebration, although it looks like you're gonna need 2 more portions.
Ah! Please allow me to introduce them. And this is Paimon, her super reliable guide.
No. Paimon is... hold on. She got it completely right. Look, Traveler! She introduced Paimon correctly!
Don't underestimate Nilu. She's also very brave. Just a little while ago, she said...
Don't think anything of it. Anyway, sorry to get off topic. We're in a bit of a hurry.
I was joking. Anyone who runs a business knows to keep some... Oh, that reminds me. It seems that these friends of yours aren't from here.
Ooh, what a fantastic idea! Tachin is a mixture of rice and meat that's baked into a cake-like shape. Mr. Jute adds special spices into his. Its aroma is just so wonderfully delicious. If you ever...
But is it...
I just can't help...
We're 2 peas in a pod! Who doesn't enjoy some...
Wait here. I'll bring some over.
Whoa, what a dish! It's sweet and sour and full of deliciousness! Paimon can't...
No matter how many times I eat it, it's...
I baked a lot just now, and it's all packaged in...
You made so much!
It was nothing. Making 1 serving or 100 servings is all the same to me. If it... Don't worry about it. What kind of... Make sure you got everything. Feel free to come back anytime.
Paimon's starting to understand how you got so many things. Our bond is
strong, so... Yeah. Everyone has their own way with words. And it's really hard to say no. Let's go to the